Good morning everybody, and this is your S&P 500 setups for today. So we actually started moving to the upside quite aggressively yesterday before plummeting. Now we do have non-farm payrolls later today, and you can see the first level that we had for a rejection we were looking at yesterday is 52.50. We kind of got above it and then plummeted. But this is quite a big engulfing bar. I mean, it's bigger than what we've had the previous couple of days, and if you look at this on the daily, that's a fairly significant, I'm going to put the levels in, but that's a fairly significant move to the downside. So I think non-farm payroll is obviously key today. Are we bottom of channel, or have we broken the channel? I think that's one of the things you do need to pay attention to, and also ask yourself, are we widening the channel, or have we broken the channel? So that's kind of the structure that we've got at the moment on the higher time frames, and I think the important thing to see on the weekly is that you have a massive weekly engulfing bar forming. Oscillators are extremely overbought, so we do need to see some kind of a pullback. You can see where the previous highs were. That's the one that was never tested. That was 48.20, and that was there since 2021. And we sort of fell below it, and then we have come back above it now, but never tested. So that's very close to where the opening is for the year. So today we do need to wait for data. Let's start going through this. On-farm payrolls is coming out. I don't think I want to be trying to second guess this at the moment, and it really did look like it was starting. This was the bottom of the channel and it was moving up. What it bounced off, you can see there is a bit of structure here at 52.50 where it bounced, but I'll show you in the lower time frame where it could have been quite confusing, and probably just added fuel to fire to this move to the downside. So looking at the hour, you'll see what I mean. We were just hovering above the moving averages. You had this fairly strong move to the upside, and then it started getting going again, came back, formed a base, and again gave us a second move. And I'll show you this on the 15-minute, because there was a long entry here, but then look at how it fizzled out. It's almost like you can see something, people knew something was about to happen and started scaling in before really get going. Yeah, today I think the safest bet at the moment is really just to wait. You're going to need to wait to see what transpires, but I have a very strong suspicion that non-farm payrolls is not going to be good. We've had some hawkish messages from some of the Feds, so that is also basically what this was. The Feds had some hawkish views during their speeches. So I think for me at the moment, let's just treat this as a trend line break, but we are still in a bull trend. We do have a crossover of the oscillators on the daily. So your lower time frames, you should be looking for opportunities to short at the moment. And the only area that I see that is worthwhile shorting at the moment is 5200. So you can see there's a lot of tails here around 5200. It ranges from 5194 to 5202. So 5200 is the area you should be looking at. But if you just scroll left, you're going to see there's another fairly solid area here at 5178, and then you start getting 5173, and on this tail here at 5165. I'll come back to where price is currently. You'll see there's a little bit of a gap here as well, so that does make sense, 5178, but I would really prefer the higher. You can see this zone at 5200 is definitely the one I would prefer. And we might as well just add all of them in, because it gives you a really good understanding of what's going to happen. So you can see all these tails that you see here are all opportunities to be shorting off. You don't want to be running short here. You do have a clear break on the 3 hour. You can see that below all the moving averages. Oscillators are good to the downside, but you're waiting for something to happen. Now I suspect we are either going to drift sideways or drift ever so slightly higher until non-farm payrolls. So rule of today is quite simple. Wait for the data, wait for non-farm payrolls, wait for that first 15-minute bar to be completed on non-farm payrolls. What I often do is just wait for the actual open, because non-farm payrolls will come out an hour before the open. Just wait for the actual open, and then that first 15 minutes of the actual open, price will be all over the place until it finds a level and then continues in the direction or reverses, depends what the data says. But I have a strong suspicion you're going to be looking for a rejection of any one of these levels. So 5200 would be ideal, then 5185, 5180, 5170, 5165, and you're hovering on 5150 at the moment. And this is also a valid level, so price drops below it, comes back and tests it, that would be an opportunity to short as well. But look at the oscillators here on the 15 minutes separating, going sideways. So I really suspect we are probably going to be seeing some downside here. Anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Just be patient though, don't just jump in. Wait for a pullback and the rejection before getting in. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.